Hey, welcome back. Okay, so in the last video, I showed you what happens with some of the prints that fail, where they end up. Kind of how I salvage some of those and turn them into some jewelry to sell. Today, I'm going to show you another way that we take care of some of our waste, particularly focusing on 3D poop. So basically what we have is anytime you have a multicolored print, whenever it changes from one color to another, it has to purge out the old color. Otherwise, it mixes in with the new one. In that process, it purges out some of the material. It's called poop. And we basically just collect it in a box until we find something to do with it later. Okay, so here we have a box full of the 3D printer poop. We have a blender. We have a toaster oven. So what do these three things have in common? Well, let me just show you what we're going to do. All right, so in our first step, we're just going to get a couple handfuls of poop and drop it in the blender. I'm not really worried about sorting these out. I like the colors to kind of mix in, but there may be cases where we want to keep common colors together or kind of a color theme. All right, so for this one, I'm going to say 3 is enough. So go ahead and pop on the lid. So now that's done, pop the top off here. Take a look inside. It's not all a little bitty piece of confetti, but that's as good as we need it for now. Just go ahead and take it off of here. Add it to the bin of other confetti we've got. Okay, looks really nice. I'm just going to kind of mix it in, get all the colors blended in. Next step, I come over here to our toaster oven. See, I've got some silicone molds in here. I'm gonna pop that up. So these here are the skull molds. You'll see our filament poop wastes, skulls that are on the website. This is where we're making it. You can see I've already had it going for a little while. About halfway full, so stuff melts down. I'm going to keep topping it back off probably every 10-15 minutes or so. So back over here to our confetti bucket. See if I can do this without spilling it everywhere. Alright, so I've got my confetti bucket here. I'm going to top these things off. Just pour some in there. I was told we need to squish this a little bit. So this will help get some of the air bubbles out of the top of the skull and the sides. Okay, so a little bit closer look. You see they're all topped off. Try to keep it just below the brim, that way it doesn't get the silicone stuck in there when it's time to take it out. Pop it back in the oven for about, let's say 15 minutes or so. Then we'll come back and check it. Alright, so we're about to take a look and see what our progress is, but before that, I'm going to give a quick safety tip. Okay, so you saw I was using this Black & Decker here, which is this ice crush blender. If you are even considering getting into 3D printing and doing what we're doing with the poop here, stay away from this blender. Again, it is the ice crush blender from Black & Decker. So after I was blending up that last batch, I took a look, and unfortunately, we started getting some cracks. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 cracks in the pitcher of this thing. So this pitcher is plastic. Definitely not a great idea to be using this one. So I had some hard chunks in there that I guess got lodged between the blades and the side and basically destroyed this pitcher. So again, stay away from it. Get something a little higher quality. I'm going to go back tomorrow and pick up a Hamilton Beach I saw. I think it was a glass pitcher and give it another try there. All right, so with that said, I'm gonna take a look in the toaster oven. You're gonna see how our skulls are doing. Pop that up top here. Okay, so everything is melting down. You can see it drop down and level again, so we're gonna have to top these off one more time at least. Check out that swirl in that thing. That thing looks really cool. This one here in the far back, right there, there was an air bubble there, so it popped. You can kind of see how it's leaving the swirl around it from that effect. I just really like the swirl inside that one. Can't wait to see what these things are going to look like, so I'm going to top them off and get them back in there. All right, they're topped off. I'm going to stick them back in the oven for another 20 minutes or so, and we'll come back and check on them. So I just took these out. Looks like they're about done and full at this point. So now I just gotta leave them overnight. I'm gonna let them cool off naturally, and we'll pop them out of the molds tomorrow and see what we got. All right, so we let the skull sit up overnight. You can kind of check this one out here. It looks pretty cool through the mold. So I'm gonna work on trying to get this thing out and show you what the final result is. All right, and there we have it. The 3 skulls are complete. Kind of pretty awesome, honestly. So I'm going to take these out to the vendor market in about a week and a half, see how they do. If we have anything left, we're going to get them loaded up on our website for sale. So the small ones are going to be $2 each, the medium ones are $5, and the larger ones are going for $10 a piece. Hope you enjoy it, and see you around for the next video.